Bollywood has massive global appeal from Delhi to Toronto, women's rights activists argue that some of these films reinforce unhealthy attitudes towards women.
I've played so many roles. I've been acting for 25 years. I've done about 40 or 45 films. Films do have a significant impact on people. The way we show women or the way we show men is unfortunately not very nice. Bollywood reinforces these bad values. So young kids watching all of this believe that this is how a male should be, this is how a male should behave. A true male doesn't take no for an answer.
We strongly condemn this misogynistic and violence that is truly upsetting.
The 23-year-old Indian woman who was brutally raped on board a moving bus in India has died.
I think in the world, because of what has happened and because of the kind of reporting that's happened also on a number of incidents which have been very, very tragic, people feel that India is not a very safe place. Places like Delhi, I would feel uncomfortable to know if a woman who I knew was out alone after dark, I would be worried. All this would disturb me. And I kept thinking, how do I contribute to changing it?
Amir Khan was a very big surprise for the Bollywood industry when he made his debut in Qayamat Se Qayamat Tak, and Juhi Chawla was also new. It was a Romeo and Juliet kind of a modern stuff, and it was a very, very big hit. And he came to be known as a romantic hero. At that time, we didn't know how long he will last. Some of his films also flopped. And then he came into his own and started doing very different kind of films.
Leonardo DiCaprio made a mark with Titanic and became a heartthrob all over the world. And Amir became a heartthrob from his first film. It's not only the girls who liked him, but the entire spectrum of young, old, everybody just, loved him.
As I went from being a student to becoming an assistant director, and from an assistant director, I became an actor. And my first film was a huge success. I was overnight thrown into stardom, and I suddenly became the star. So right through, like in school, I had this very close friend of mine, Satyajit Bhatkal, and he was the topper in class. So from a guy who was going to be an engineer, doctor, could be whatever he wanted, suddenly he went into law and he started doing a lot of social work. And whenever we would meet, he would tell me about what's happening in India. And he would get upset about what's happening in society. He would get angry. And I would, feel guilty. And I used to feel that, he's doing so much and I'm not doing anything. Why can't I be like him? I mean, shouldn't I be doing something as well?
I had met Amir and he mentioned to me that he wanted to do a show on social issues. He has so many things on hand that I thought it's impossible, given all the commitments and all the opportunities and options that he has in life, that he would ever possibly want to do something for television.
Creative people make you feel good. They make you laugh, they make you cry, they make you forget your stress, give you a good time. But that's not all. The responsibility of a creative person is also to bring grace to society, to build the social fabric of society, to infuse morals in people. This thought, which started as a seed in my head, kept growing in, kept growing in. I used to keep feeling that, yeah, actually television is the way to go. In India, we have a population of 1.2 billion people, and only 3% of India actually goes to a theatre to watch a film. So the large majority of India still watches films on television.
We have too many shows in India, especially on news channels, that engage in aggressive journalism, which is essentially intended to embarrass or needle or corner somebody. It should be a show that draws in the largest possible audience to discuss the issues that deal with all of us as Indians in common.
Satyamev Jayate was groundbreaking in that sense that it brought very uncomfortable questions into the drawing room. Misogyny, sexual assault, lack of access to education, pernicious things like dowry, paying huge amounts to the groom for marriage, women being burnt to death, rape, gang rape. Justice is very far away.
We've been talking about women changing, so women getting educated, women getting jobs, women realizing that they are equal, women fighting for this, women fighting for that, and हम लोग वो करते रहेंगे. So there's a whole tension between where women are today in their heads, what their aspirations are, what their hopes are, what their future is, and what men are willing to allow them, permit them, and how that tension is leading to a lot of these atrocities. We had several rounds of meetings, first internally, then with Amir. And essentially what Amir encouraged us to do is he said, why don't you guys go out and put your thoughts, your research on camera, and let's see what life is throwing out at us.
जी मैं यहीं मुरैना की ही मतलब मेरी पैदावार है प्लस 12 साल तक मेरी ज़िंदगी अच्छी चली बस बचपन की फिर माँ बाप ने एक 12 साल की उम्र में मेरी शादी कर दी आगरा में फिर 3 साल बाद मैं प्रेग्नेंट हुई तो पहली प्रेगनेंसी थी खुशी थी मुझे तो थी उसको भी थी पर वो लड़की हुई करीब आधा दिन तक अकेली डली रही फिर पति आया बाद में पर वो पहली थी तो एडजस्ट कर ली पाला उसको 3 साल की फिर वो हो गई फिर उसके बाद 3 साल बाद मैं फिर से प्रेग्नेंट हुई फिर उसने मेरी लिंग जांच कराई 3 माह के बाद पर इत्तेफाक से वो भी लड़की ही निकली अब वो लड़की थी अब अबॉर्शन की कहने लगा काफ़ी मना की मैंने उसको नहीं माना मुझे मारते हुए ले गया नहीं 1 साल में मेरे 3 गर्भपात हो गए
Getting Parveen on the show was very, very important. She had no idea that Amir Khan had anything to do with this at all. When the decision happened about having Parveen on the show, I called her and I had a long chat with her. And she said, Amir Khan, are you pulling a fast one on me?
नमस्कार, आदाब, खुशामदीद, सत्यमेव। दोस्तों, बच्चे जो हैं
When the first episode went on air, there was such an immense sense of expectation. The streets were empty and people were waiting and watching. What is Aamir Khan coming out with?
नमस्कार, आदाब, खुशामदीद, सत्यमेव जयते। मैं आमिर खान आप सभी का तहे दिल से इस शो पर स्वागत करता हूं।
सो रही थी तो रजाई के अंदर मेरा सारा शरीर था, सिर्फ चेहरा बाहर था। आया एकदम आके मेरे ऊपर हावी हुआ, यहाँ से उसने मुझे पकड़ लिया, बस चेहरे को अपनी दांतों से बहुत बुरी तरह से ऐसे खाया जैसे कोई जानवर एक मांस की रोटी खाता है। जब तक खाता रहा, जब तक कि मतलब मेरा चेहरा उसने पूरा खराब नहीं कर दिया। सब लोगों ने उसे देखा भी।
ये उस वक्त की तस्वीरें हैं जब ऐसा हुआ था।
जी।
एक लड़के की चाहत में एक इंसान कितनी हैवानियत तक उतर आ सकता है, ये उसकी एक मिसाल है।
जी।
You know, Parveen, I remember when I met her, she came across as a person who was very strong and very self-assured. Someone who had been through a very traumatic period, but had come through very strong. So she was someone who actually really inspired a lot of people when the show came out and they heard her story and they heard how she is today and how she educated herself and how she's looking after herself and her, and her children.
तो मैं चाहती हूँ कि हर लड़की मेरी तरह स्ट्रॉन्ग बने, हर मुसीबत का सामना करने की हिम्मत रखे, ना कि मौत को गले लगाए। और कौन कहता है कि बेटियां कमजोर होती हैं? मैं भी तो एक बेटी हूँ और मैं अपनी 2 बेटियों को भी पाल रही हूँ। सरस्वती हम बच्चे तेरे, अब तो तुम मुस्का दो माँ।
On the first episode, 1,500,000 people responded to us. And initially, everyone was saying, Aamir, we love you. Aamir, you're the greatest, you're the best, you're my hero. But within 2 hours, the quality of the messages had changed and they were about the issue. And people were starting to talk about why is there so much misogyny in India? Why are girls not wanted? We very early on realized that this show was actually more than television. And since these were issues that were live and real, there was a possibility of actionable stuff. So we did pick up one actionable agenda point with every episode, and we pushed for people to vote on that subject so that we could take petitions to government or the right authorities and say, look, can you please do this now?
When you are a celebrity, when you have such a huge fan base and people just follow you without questioning, you need to be more careful about the facts that you present. You need to be more careful about the atmosphere that you are trying to create. This show actually contributed in creating an atmosphere which vilifies men, which puts men at grave danger.
A woman complains, you are supposed to arrest the man. That's a kind of scenario that he's trying to put through.
उन सब में एक बड़ी दिलचस्प बात है और वो ये है कि 95% यानी 95% हिंसक जुर्मों के पीछे किसी न किसी मर्द का हाथ होता है।
Issues like rape should not be coming up on national television. There are children watching. Would you like your daughter or your son to ask you, Daddy, what is the rape? How is it done? Even if such things are there, people who have undergone this agony and this tragedy, is it right for you to bring them onto the television to discuss such things?
एक व्यक्ति क्राइम करके भाग गया, मेरी जिंदगी तो खत्म हो जाएगी इसी में।
जज्बाती तौर पे हम आपके साथ हैं, सभी आपके साथ हैं, और हम आपका दुख समझ सकते हैं.
The entire show is sold on the concept that Aamir Khan is the anchor. And he's doing a very good job of it. And he uses his tear glands to great effect by crying all the time and by emphasizing that men also cry. But he is using it as a commercial gimmick to make the show a commercial success. The celebrities are about this. On the one hand, they try to show different things in their films. And on the other, when they are coming on a reality show, there is this big schism in their identities, and it's very difficult to find out that where the actor ends and the person begins.
सभी पिक्चर्स के विरोध में नहीं है, टीवी सीरियल के विरोध में, बॉलीवुड एक्टर के विरोध में भी हम नहीं हैं. वो ईसाई है करके उनके विरोध में नहीं, या मुसलमान है करके उनके विरोध में नहीं है. लेकिन वो यदि इस राष्ट्र के हित के ऊपर आघात करते हैं, राष्ट्र का अपमान करते हैं, संस्कृति का अपमान करते हैं, कल्चर का अपमान करते हैं, हिंदुत्व का अपमान करते हैं, हमारे भगवान का अपमान करते हैं, तो हम विरोध करते हैं.
There was an entire machinery that was working in the digital domain to defame us. So there were photographs of me with some very religious looking people, Muslim, who they labeled as Aamir Khan with Muslim terrorist. It's those minority who don't want things to change, who don't like what the show is revealing. I'm aware of the fact that I'm annoying a lot of very powerful lobbies and a lot of very powerful people. These are small in number, but they're extremely powerful. And I'm aware that I'm doing more than annoying them. I'm affecting them economically sometimes. I'm affecting them in many ways. But that just tells me that I think we're on the right track, because there are people who benefit a lot from things remaining the way they are. But I do take the necessary precautions, in case of looking after myself and my family. I don't want to be stupid. I don't want to be silly about things. तो मतलब पहले तुरई को काट के वॉश किया
और उनसे हमने एक शेर अपना नोट डाउन किया है, जो हम अपने बर्थडे के दिन सुनाएंगे. ये मुझको थकने नहीं देते, ये मुसीबत के पहाड़. बच्चे मुझे बूढ़ा नहीं होने देते. जब सत्य में विजयते शुरू की तो हमसे बताया कि हम इस तरह के सीरियल बना रहे हैं. तो I said कि no, don't make this because it was very hurting, बहुत दिल को लगने वाला था कि ये कैसे लोग देखेंगे. मत बनाओ ये ऐसा इतना. हमें लगता है सत्य में जयते से बहुत लोगों को फ़ायदा हुआ और बहुत से लोगों के ख़यालात बहुत बदले. हाँ, उनको थ्रेट तो आते थे, लेकिन उन्होंने कभी हमसे जिक्र नहीं किया ऐसा. आमिर से कहा भी, आमिर ने कहा नहीं कुछ नहीं है ऐसा, कोई आप ऐसा नहीं सोचिए कि ऐसा कुछ होगा. लेकिन एहतियात करना तो ज़रूरी है. ज़िंदगी में हर एक के साथ दोस्त दुश्मन सब होते हैं.
She plays again.
Oh. Well, there's always a cost. I mean, I know that there were times when it was quite frightening, especially when he was doing things about criminalization of politics and things like that. It was very tricky for us as a family, and fairly well-known criminals were being spoken about. And, one is always worried that there could be a backlash. Anything that you do, especially in a country like India, is bound to find some criticism. Especially a show like this, which was taking on so many, institutions. It was taking on, powerful people and powerful existing establishments, was going to come up against some criticism.
There are protests outside Aamir Khan's Mumbai residence after he said that there's a sense of insecurity in the country and that his wife has even suggested leaving India, fearing the safety of their child.
We read in the papers what's happening, we see on news what's happening, and certainly I've also been alarmed. I can't deny that I have been alarmed by a number of incidents. And you know, it's for any society, it's very important to have a sense of security.
कि जो भी कलाकार मित्र हैं, साहित्यकार मित्र हैं, उनका ये दायित्व बनता है राष्ट्र के प्रति, समाज के प्रति, कि समाज को जोड़ने का कार्य हो। कोई भी ऐसी प्रक्रिया जिससे समाज में विभाजन की संभावना उत्पन्न होती हो, उस प्रक्रिया को अपने आप को उससे अलग रखें।
तो मुझे लगता है कि कोई विदेशी ताकत के प्रभाव में या इनकी सिनेमा के हित में जो दुबई की शक्तियां हैं, जो वहाँ दादा लोग बैठे हैं, उसके दबाव में उसने बोला है और उनको देश छोड़कर जाना चाहिए, तो सरकार उनको एक एयर इंडिया में फ्री टिकट देना चाहिए।
There are times when we feel very dejected and depressed. And we feel, you know what? Why are we doing this? Nothing's going to change. Like this year, entirely, I'm doing only Satyamev Jayate. I could have done 2 films in this period, but I'm doing this television show. Economically, it's a loss for me. To be very, very honest, I was telling Satya and Swati the other day, just 2 days ago. I said, I'm very tired. I need to stop doing the show. It's very brutalizing. And it's very emotionally traumatic for me. Because we go through material which is very difficult to absorb and understand and come to terms with. But for me to understand what a person goes through, I have to see it. And it's very, very... So, right now we're in the middle of finishing 1 season. So I told them, I said, I'm feeling very tired. So I said, we should take a break. Sorry. I said, we should take a break, for some time.
बंदे हैं हम उसके, हम पे किसका जोर, अपने हाथों किस्मत लिखने आज चले हैं हम।
Bollywood is the largest film production industry in the world, producing about 1,000 films a year. So far as the macho image is concerned, Aamir Khan is not the only one to have contributed to the macho image. In fact, he has derived the macho image from the others who have already set the rules. Number 1 is Salman Khan, who takes off his shirt at the drop of a hat. I think the films are becoming very, very patriarchal, very, very derogatory of women.
There's nothing wrong in being sexy or beautiful, but the concern is that just can't be the only expectation from a woman, that you just have to come for a song and just, shake your ass and then just get out, and the rest of the work is done by the male protagonist. Earlier, we did have more opportunities for women, while women weren't objectified, and there were a lot more opportunities. But somewhere in the 80s and 90s, it just got really bad. And women were just reduced to mere sort of sex objects.
I chose to be the villain, the bad guy. Aggression towards women were common in initial films. It's reduced over the years. It's reduced a lot. Personally, I dislike all those individuals who have done or do any kind of aggression towards women. Those individuals are to be looked down upon and punished. But since cinema is a make-believe, We are acting. We are not really truly harming anybody. They are colleagues of mine. They're friends of mine. Those female co-stars are friends of mine.
ये दाग तो मिट जाएगा पारो, मगर आज जो दाग मैं तुम्हारी जवानी पर लगाऊंगा, वो कभी नहीं मिटेगा.
तेरी तो
Why in Indian movie there used to be so many rapes earlier on? The audience cannot deal with a very strong woman who's independent. The idea of a woman who knows her mind and who wants to do her own thing, that we are very uncomfortable with. And if a woman in a movie, for example, in a Bollywood story, is very independent, people in the film think that she needs to be punished and they probably rape her or they do something to her. The first justification is she had it coming.
Rape has been portrayed in different ways, but in recent times, we are not seeing the portrayal of rape because there are other things which are replacing rape. And even in a film like Three Idiots, the same Aamir Khan, who is running a reality show like Satyameva Jayate, where he's talking about against domestic violence, he's talking against child sexual abuse, he's talking against 100 different things. And at the same time, the same Aamir Khan in his Three Idiots uses the word balatkar in any which way. Every minute they're talking, uska balatkar ho jayega, uska balatkar ho jayega. Then he uses one part of the anatomy of a woman's body to make a joke about it.
पिछले 32 साल से इन्होंने निरंतर इस कॉलेज में बलात्कार पे बलात्कार किए.
इसका मतलब है चमत्कार पे चमत्कार किया है.
उम्मीद है आगे भी करते रहेंगे. हमें तो आश्चर्य होता है कि एक इंसान अपने जीवन काल में इतनी बलात्कार कैसे कर सकता है.
And everybody has a good laugh at it. And even the women in the audience laugh at it without realizing that it is reducing the whole concept and the whole reality of rape to a stupid joke. So it is glorifying the rapist and it is reducing the rape victim to a zero.
I think with a better understanding of the politics, gender politics, it's been a learning experience for me. And today I wouldn't do half the things, a lot of the things that I did at that time. A lot of things that I today feel unhappy about, awkward about. And I think that when people see me on the show, I'm hoping that a lot of young boys, when they see me on the show, would get affected by the fact that this is how I am in real life. When I'm doing a film, I'm playing different characters. When I'm doing the show, I'm myself. That's me. सुज़ैद, आपकी ज़िंदगी में एक मोड़ आया जब आपने ये फैसला लिया कि आपको छुप के नहीं रहना है, अपनी पहचान नहीं छुपानी, खुल के ज़िंदगी जीना है. हमें बताइए ये कैसे हुआ?
जहाँ भी जाती थी लोग मुझे देखकर बातें करते. उनकी आवाज़ मेरे कानों में पड़ती. पार्क स्ट्रीट, रेप विक्टिम जा रही है. Suzette Jordan went to a bar one night to have a drink with friends. And when she was leaving, some people offered her a lift for a short distance. That ride turned out to be fatal. And then Suzette became the victim of a brutal gang rape. They shoved a pistol into her mouth. They beat her violently, brutally. They pulled out her hair in chunks. And finally, when they thought that she was unconscious and she would die, they threw her out of the moving car.
I was there in the middle of the road with my jeans down, my blouse torn, practically naked. I was in shock. I didn't know whether they'll come back and run me over. And I just stood up and I ran. And I ran and ran and ran and ran and ran as fast as I could. So this happened on the 6th morning, and on the 9th, I went to the police station and I tried to file an FIR. Of course, I did file the FIR. They tried to rush it off. They made me feel humiliated. They made me feel like, you went to the nightclub, drank, you drink, you deserved it.
मैं लोगों को बताना चाहती हूँ कि मेरा नाम सुजैट है, पार्क स्ट्रीट नहीं। मैं सिर्फ रेप विक्टिम या रेप सर्वाइवर नहीं हूँ, मैं एक इंसान हूँ जिसकी एक जिंदगी थी और वो मेरी जिंदगी मुझे वापस चाहिए।
For me to come out and to speak about it, I want women to feel that way, to feel courageous, to feel strong, to feel that they don't have anything to be shameful for. They can get their lives back. Once they start doing that, they will break the ice.
हर मुद्दे में हम लोग जो भी हमारी फाइंडिंग्स होती हैं वो हम सरकार के साथ शेयर करते हैं कि हमको लगता है कि ऐसा होना चाहिए। लास्ट हमने जो सीजन किया था फाइटिंग रेप का, जो हमारा टॉपिक था वायलेंस अगेंस्ट वुमेन, तो उसमें जो हमने आइडिया दिया था वन स्टॉप रेप क्राइसिस सेंटर का, मेनका गांधी हु इज द मिनिस्टर ऑफ वुमेन एंड चाइल्ड वेलफेयर, शी इज अनाउंस्ड दैट शी इज गोइंग टू ओपन वन स्टॉप रेप क्राइसिस सेंटर थ्रू आउट द कंट्री एंड शी मेड ऑल हर सेक्रेटरीज वॉच दैट एपिसोड।
The real achievement is that it made so many people doing work in the field, made them known. It made a change that we don't have to live with problems, solutions are possible. And in some cases where the government responded, for example, I know of the medical test done on rape victim survivors because of the public opinion, because of the recommendations made, I will not say by Satyameva Jayate, recommendations made by the people of India through Satyameva Jayate.
টিভিতে শো করছে তো ওরা তো টিভিতেই করছে, আমরা তো কোনো তো শো করতে পারছি না। আমাদের যেমন মানুষ তেমনই আমরা আছি। খানিকক্ষণ পরে বললো কি মেয়ে পাওয়া যাচ্ছে না, পাওয়া যাচ্ছে না বলে তারপরেই শুনছি যে মেয়ে মরে গেছে।
কাটাকুটি হয়েছে, রক্ত টক্ত সব। ওখান থেকেই সব প্রশাসনরা ছিল, ওরা সব নিয়ে গাড়িতে করে নিয়ে বারাসাতে চলে গেছে। মাদের এখনো আগিয়ে যায় যে কেন আসছে না বাড়ি।
রাত্রে বাথরুমে গেলে মেয়েদের নিয়ে লাইট হাতে করে নিয়ে যেতে হয়, তারপরে ভালো থাকে। এইটাই যেন আমি প্রার্থনা করি ঠাকুরের কাছে, যে মেয়েরা যেন কিছু না হয়, যে স্কুলে যাচ্ছে যেন বিপদ যেন না আসে, যেন ভালোই ভালো স্কুল থেকে যেন বাড়ি আসে, এইটাই প্রার্থনা করি।
Every 22 minutes, one woman is raped here in India. I'm looking for a crisis, like a center in every district around India, toilets for women, so that, we can reduce the numbers, intervene into the ground level. The ground reality is not changing. I know that you are making people socially aware, that's important. But as an activist, I would prefer that what the victim has gained out of that show.
अभी यहाँ पे जो चौल में रहते हैं वो लोग कहीं भी कुछ भी शुरू कर देते हैं, जैसे कि स्मोकिंग, थूकना। छोटे बच्चे हैं तो उनको टॉयलेट कहीं भी करा देते हैं। ये सब नहीं कराना चाहिए, रूल्स को फॉलो करना चाहिए। जो आमिर खान ने बताया है उससे बहुत कुछ सीखने को भी मिलता है, बट कोई सीखता है कोई नहीं सीखता। That is why I am like आमिर खान। जब भी देखती हूँ तो वो जो उसके वर्ड्स रहते हैं ना वो याद रहते हैं, क्योंकि वो अच्छे वर्ड्स रहते हैं, कुछ सीखने मिलता है उसको देखकर। आज हमने देखा है सत्यमेव जयते में कि एक हस्बैंड ने अपनी वाइफ को इतनी बुरी तरीके से मारे कि उसका पूरा मुंह को सीजर करना पड़ा। चौल में भी छोटे बच्चों के साथ में स्मॉल गर्ल्स, बॉयज़ लोग जैसे लोग का ये करते हैं रेप।
तो ये गलत है जो होता है आज के माहौल में। रेप तो बहुत हो रहे हैं, उसी को रोकने के लिए शायद ये शो शुरू किया गया हो। तो वो जो बोलते हैं वो सच है। आज के युग में ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। वुमेन सेफ नहीं है।
मान लीजिए उत्तर भारत के एक छोटे से गांव में 4 लड़कियां किसी घर में पैदा होती हैं, तो उस पिता की सबसे बड़ी चिंता क्या होगी? एनी गेसेस? सबसे बड़ी चिंता दहेज होगी, हाँ? और शादी कैसे करेंगे इन बच्चों की, ये आप सब मानते हैं? दोस्तों, मुझे बड़ी खुशी है कि आप लोग सब बहुत गलत हैं। पिता की चिंता ये नहीं थी कि बेटियों की शादी कब होगी, बल्कि पिता का एक सपना था कि लड़कियां वर्ल्ड चैंपियंस बनेंगी, भारत के लिए गोल्ड मेडल लेकर आएंगी।
And in comes Geeta from India.
In fact, the protest brick has been sent in. India's first ever gold in women's wrestling at the Commonwealth Games.
Women's 55-kilogram match between Babita Kumari of India.
Can she finish this off? She's the champion here of the Commonwealth, the gold medalist.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Commonwealth gold medalists Geeta Kumari and Babita Kumari. तो आपने मतलब जो गांव में दंगल होते हैं, रेसलिंग होती है, वो भी आपने की है गांव में?
हाँ बिल्कुल, हम लड़कों के साथ ही हम कुश्ती करते थे, क्योंकि
और कोई लड़कियां ही नहीं
और
है।
कई बार ऐसा होता था कि लड़कों के साथ कुश्ती हम लड़कों को हरा भी लेते थे।
अच्छा, हाँ।
तो बोलते थे कोई किसी लड़के को लड़ने के लिए तो मना कर देते थे कि ये सोचते थे कि लड़के से हार गया।
हाँ, तो मतलब लड़के जो है वो आपसे लड़ने से डरते थे कहीं आपसे डर के हार गए तो क्या बात है। तो दोस्तों, अब हम 3G लिंक के जरिए उस इंसान से मिलेंगे जिनकी वजह से गीता और बबीता चैंपियंस बनी, इनके पिता श्री महावीर फोगट से। महावीर जी नमस्कार।
धन्यवाद जी।
जब आपने अपनी बच्चों की ट्रेनिंग शुरू की तो आसपास के लोगों का, गांव के लोगों का क्या रिएक्शन था?
देखो, उस टाइम लोगों ने बहुत ज्यादा मेरा विरोध किया। लोगों ने मारे ताने, लड़कियों ने कुश्ती करो, लड़वा रहा है, इनके शादी करेगा लड़कियों से, लड़कियों का गेम नहीं होता है वो, इसको शर्म नहीं आती है, बेशर्म आदमी है। फिर मेरा एक जवाब था, जब लड़की प्रधानमंत्री बन सकती है तो लड़की पहलवान क्यों नहीं बन सकती।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया हमसे बातचीत करने का। थैंक यू सो मच।
And roll camera and action.
My next choice is a film called Dangal, which means wrestling. Dangal is not a typical mainstream film. I think the film is trying to say that we have to empower our girls. And when you do that, you know, a girl is as good as a guy in every way. And that's what the thrust of the film is.
बस एक बात हमेशा याद रखना बेटा, बस एक बात हमेशा याद रखना बेटा, हमेशा याद रखना बेटा।
Rolling and action.
I'm playing a man who is rather unusual. He is happy to train his daughters in wrestling, take them for wrestling from village to village in the local mud wrestling that happens in India. It's called dangals. I think that how Mahavir is as a person, I'm hoping will affect how a lot of males feel. And when I met him and I spoke to him, he said, when I had my first daughter, I felt happy and satisfied. I didn't want any more children. Because in India, usually when you have a daughter, then you want to have another child hoping it's a boy. And then another child hoping it's a boy.
Dangal, in my opinion, is as a commercial film can get. At the same time, it is as a niche film should be. Primarily because it has all the ingredients of a classic family drama. Okay, niche in the sense that it's telling a story which needs to be told. It has multiple layers. You know, it's not just about women empowerment. It's a lot to do with a man, his belief, his love for the country. It's about changing the mindset of a society.
We got an opportunity to meet the real Geeta Fogart and Babita Fogart. So, I mean, they're an inspiration. Coming from a very small town and achieving what they've achieved, I feel that we're very lucky to get a film like this. Because otherwise you would get a film which is very run-in-the-mill, where you play, you know, you're dolled up, you're pretty, you're dancing. And that's not how I saw myself.
In most of the part in India, it's like you should stay at home, you should work inside, you should do household chores, and you should not go outside. Some girls don't get the opportunity to even go outside and study.
You know, rapes happen. And then you hear a politician saying that she went out at 7 p.m. in the evening, so it's okay to rape her. The boys are being boys. But to have a mentality like that, that shows where you're coming from.
I think men have to change the way they think. But I would say it's not just the men. I think it's anyone who has a very patriarchal thinking. And even a woman could have that thinking. We have to understand that human beings are all equal and should be treated with the equal respect and love. And I'm hoping that a lot of young girls would see how the two daughters are and get inspired from them and, you know, be able to dream big and try and fulfill their dreams.
And Chaliye, action!
You know, we've been grown up watching films. Even if a hero is smoking, people start smoking. If a hero is wearing his clothes in a other way, they'll copy that. Probably somewhere in a small town, a father would say, maybe he's right. No, I think even I should promote my daughter or push my daughter to do whatever she wants. Maybe I think I should support her because Aamir Khan did it.
I spy with my little eye something with a C, with sir. No. I spy something with my little eye, something beginning with a B. Bus, yeah.
No individual can change society. Individuals can give ideas, and then it depends on the people, the public, on the governments, on the bureaucracies, on the police. All of them have to pull together in the same direction.
Am I bringing about change? There's too huge a statement to make. So I'm saying I'm attempting to change the way people look at things and feel about things, but not from above. And I don't want to have a law which tells you that do not kill your daughter. I want you to emotionally and in every other way start feeling that, you know, I really love my daughter and I don't want to kill my daughter or the daughter that I'm about to have. I want you to be looking forward to having a daughter. I want to change the way you feel towards a girl child. So I think we have to do it on various levels in the way we bring up our children, in what kind of influences we expose them to, what kind of creative writing we expose them to, what kind of stories we tell them.
Okay, now you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to break the string. And we'll see the kite going away. Okay? No? You know, there are a lot of poor children who will love to have a kite like this. It can be a gift